Hello everybody, it's Damien here again with MDRC Hobbies. Today we got my Team AD ADR on the bench. We're going to be running through some alignment specs, see what we got going on here. Yes, this car is extremely similar to the other car that I did the setup tutorial and video on the alignment for just earlier this week. But today we got a completely different car, even though it is very similar. The alignment specs are extremely different between these two cars. They both have two completely different drive feels, even though they have the same springs, shock build, bulkhead, transmission. They are running different motors with the same gyro servo setup. And then going back to the ESCs, they have a very similar tune. This one being that the motor is a 13.5 versus this one has a 10.5, is a little bit more aggressive, so I can get that quick exit speed and sharper bite in corners. So just want to take a moment, run through some alignment specs here on the ADR. So we'll throw on our little tool here. I'll get this car out of the way. Starting off with our front toe, you can see right here on the right side, it is running about 2 degrees, 2.5 degrees of toe out on both sides. That right there feels phenomenal. Car handles really well without giving too much like angle out with the tires on both sides. And then right here in the front, as far as camber, we are running about 3 to 4 degrees on both sides. If I jog it up and down a little bit, it kind of settles right around 4 degrees. Moving on, like I said, I have the RevD RSST Pro with the RevD Revox or Revo X. That gyro servo setup is one of my favorites. I like to run that on all of my cars. I will have a new car coming here soon. I just have to take the time to get it all set up and get it dialed in so that we can make some videos with it. Moving on to the rear. We'll start off with rear toe again. You can see right here, right about 3 degrees of toe in on both sides. Let me get this to sit down with the wires right there. And again, 3 degrees of toe in over there. So 3 degrees on this car feels great. It gives me enough exit speed with enough bite in the corner to stay drifting at a solid speed. Solid entry speed, solid exit speed. That's what you can hope for in the drift world. Right here in the rear, I am running 4 degrees of camber, left and right. That right there feels great. Again, version 2 springs, running 150 weight oil in the rear, and that Alignemnt Jarvis paired with the Agile on this car. This car right here has the Alignemnt Fledge 10.5 turn, while this one's running an Agile 13.5. I like to have a little bit of diversity between the cars that I'm running. It allows for different feels. If you go to different tracks, you can have a different experience. But altogether, both these cars have two completely different feels, even though very extremely similar. And this one I find to be more of a fun car when I'm just kind of driving casually. It does 360s really well. It can hold a backy like it's nothing, whereas this car throws angle and pulls out of any corner, even the deepest of angles. Like I can almost be perpendicular to the wall and still drift around that corner and pull out of it with some solid entry speed. I'm going to throw in a couple clips here at the end of me at one of our local tracks called OCDC, just so we can kind of see what I was doing with it the other day at the track. But that's all I have for my alignment settings and build setup on this video. We appreciate you being here and supporting me, and we hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Moving on.